Hey everyone. So I was scrolling through Facebook, man, and came across a rant and rave page that I'm part of, and there was a post on there. The person was warning others about a local person scamming them out of $200. This person has a room for rent. She's posting images of rooms for rent all over the different groups and everything, and it's the same image and multiple posts saying I live out in this area, I live out in this area, I live out in this area or this area, and she's like, pay me a deposit, I'll hold it for you, and then you can come by and look at it. People are sending this chick money, and she then turns around and either blocks them or just refuses to answer them. Now, the inner me, I don't trust a lot of people. It's really hard for me to do that because I've been scammed before, and I've learned the ways of the scammer. Now, when you have somebody that's doing this and they go, I'll hold it for you if you send me a deposit. Yes, you have it in writing that it is a deposit and that it's there. You have the person's name. What you do is you go on to something like this. See, this is my state's court access information. You put in the little CAPTCHA, you go in, you search the person's name, pops up their criminal history and what they have. Well, I went and found the person who's making the posts about the room for rent. Now, when I look them up, they have 2 civil cases against them, and then they have a criminal case, and they have their marriage license. So you already have 3 cases where something is amiss. And one's a little, older, and another one is this year. And then the criminal case was a couple years ago, but it's still pertinent to the information. The first case, the oldest one, is still open because the woman renting the room still owes money to that case. And we're talking 2008. Still paying on the same civil case. She was sued by Chase Bank, lost the case, and she still owes them a little over $4,000. She was sued for the maximum amount. That means that she either owed more than that, and that's what they were settling with, or the bank sued her for more, which they never do. They only sue for what they can get. So they sued her for the maximum, which is $5,000. She still owes over $4,000. So since 2008, she's only given them roughly $800. Roughly. Now, the next case, besides the next case is a marriage. That one's, whatever. But the next following case is a criminal case where she was, how do I put this? She was caught by one of the people she was scamming out of deposits, and they confronted her, and she started fighting them in, fists of fury mode. She was arrested and charged with disorderly conduct and fighting. So she faced that issue. Now, this year, she's being sued by her new bank, Discover. She got sued by Discover and lost. She lost in 2 days. She lost in 2 days. You know how bad it has to be to lose an argument with a credit card company in 2 days in civil court? That's ridiculous. That was ridiculous. Especially because she paid the $25 for a jury trial in a civil case. And she lost. How? How do you do that? How do you do that? Your argument was that weak? That's... I am confuzzled. I am bewildered. I've got no words. But I digress. She also owes Discover $5,000. Now, the person that made the post on Rant and Rave about being scammed out of $200, the day that they paid was September 24th. On the what was it? Hold on, I gotta find it again. Hold on. Yeah, the 24th, she paid. On the 26th of September, which was a Thursday, she paid her court fee of $200. So she got sued for $5,000 by Discover, created a post about a room for rent, asked for $200 deposit, and then she took that $200 deposit, paid her court fee, and now she's telling the people, I don't have to pay you that money back. Yeah, you do. They put a deposit on a room to be held for them, and then you took it off the market after they paid you, because that's how you're making your money. You make the posts, you get your deposit, you take the post down, you create a new post so that people don't see that, and it's like, you're chicken shit, you're a scammer. It is. This is why I love these pages. Every state should have this available. This is public information. Let's see what we got. Rippa. See, here you can do first name, last name. You can do a business name, date of birth. You can look at specific cases. You can look at searches with registration hold. You can search by case number if you have one. So I mean, I've looked on here so many times. See. There we go. Like I'll pull up Brewers real quick. These are his cases. Criminal case. Oh, hey, look at that. Failure to pay again. Failure to pay for shoplifting. Failure to pay again. Let's see. Yeah, failure to comply with traffic offense. Yeah, delinquent. Yeah, delinquent for 3 months. 3 months delinquent on that one. Here's my case against him. Yep, failure to pay again. Traffic, I think this one was the one that was thrown out or dismissed. Yeah, dismissed, even though they had literally, he's got so many cases for driving without a license or registration. But yeah, dismissed. Traffic, yeah, failure to comply. Delinquent for 2 months. Let's see. Dismissed. Failure to pay. Delinquent again. So he's delinquent on all of those. And then I think Phoenix. He has no driver's license because he has not appeared on this. He hasn't had a valid driver's license since 3/15/2023. He can pay fines and stuff here in town, but until he pays or shows up for this warrant in Phoenix, his license can't be reinstated because the state is holding it hostage. Yeah. He hasn't had a driver's license, and he cannot have a driver's license until he goes and deals with this. So all these cases where it was dismissed because, like, these traffic ones, he'd go and he'd pay the third party whatever to reinstate his license because that's what they allow you to do. Those third party people aren't going in and checking this because this Phoenix report, it's a statewide thing. They can't just, reinstate his license here because in Phoenix, the state has already ordered that his privileges be revoked until he appears. So that's interesting. This was the other he was speeding and didn't have a valid license. The other disposition of this is because he called into the court to report that he would show up, and then he never did show up, so they're keeping the court case open. I mean, this is how you get to know who you're renting from or whatever. If you look up a person's history, you know what's going on. Let's do Pat. Back to this, and this. Don't make me bite you. There you go. There it is. Timmy boy. Yeah. So he's being a good boy. He's being a good boy in paying. I mean, he went a few months where he was failing to pay, but now he's paying on time. So that's good. 8, 9, and 10. So he's doing good there. More power to him. I mean, all you gotta do is work with the courts. If it's coming up on your pay time where you have to pay, you can call up the courts and be like, "Hey, I'm having issues with this or that, and I need another week, or I need like 2 weeks and I can get the money or whatever." They'll work with you. The courts are really nice around here because they have so much going on. I mean, hell, Junior got a year of continuances because he kept saying, "I need a driver's license to show up to court. I need a driver's license to show up to court." And it's like, you can't have a driver's license because Phoenix court system revoked it statewide until you show up to squash your warrant. I mean, all you have to do is just call them up and be like, "Hey, I need a little bit more time," and then they'll be like, "Okay," because an old buddy of mine, he got picked up for possession and intent to sell. They gave him fines. He was going to work, and he got an issue at work where he lost his job, but then he started a new job. Well, there's that 3 weeks where you don't get paid. Well, it was his thing started like the next week. He had to pay. He called him up and said, "Hey, I lost my job, but I started a new job right away at a different place. Can I, hold this off?" They gave him a 60-day reprieve. He worked After, I think it was, I think he saved up 3 paychecks and went in and paid, he paid a whole bunch on it, and it cut it in half, and then he started back on his regular pay. I mean, they work with you. The courts aren't, looking to punish you for every last thing. I mean, is Pat a dickhead? Yeah, he's a dickhead, but, at least he's fucking trying. Junior's not even fucking trying. Junior's out here driving around causing accidents. He's dumping trash in the dirt lot because he's like, it's my property, I own it because my dad and I have the same name. No, it's not how that works. Not how it works at all. So, yeah, it drives me nuts. Like, yeah, I mean, he went delinquent, got back on, went delinquent again, but at least he's fucking trying. Junior ain't trying. This chick, she owes $5,000 to Discover, a little over $4,000 to Morgan Chase Bank. So she owes almost 10 grand to banking institutions, and she's scamming people all over town out of $200 a pop across, I think it was like 15 different groups. So, I mean, if that's how you're looking to make your living, then you're gutter trash. I mean, I wish Pat would just, buckle up, get a job. I mean, hell, I don't care if I see him, pushing carts at the store. I don't care if I see him, working, a register at a restaurant. At least it's something, and it's something to pay the damn bills. I mean, there's tons of places in town that are hiring if you know where to look, or if you're not somebody that's like, oh, I have to work a specific job. I have to work a specific thing. It's like, I hate doing specific jobs, but when it comes to making money, I'd rather have it than not have it. I mean, making money is actually pretty easy. It's keeping it that's the hard part. You can make money any day of the week. You just can't keep it. Especially current situations with the fucktards that are in office. But, I mean, hey, try, keep going, keep pushing through. I mean, if he went down and got himself a job at any of the casinos, I mean, he'd be making bank. I mean, what was it? I can't remember the restaurant, but it's inside Harrah's. I mean, their bussers make like $9.50 an hour. I mean, granted, it's not that much compared to what I'm making, but I mean, hey, it's above minimum wage. And then pretty much any floor person for the casino makes decent amount of money. If you've got a background in anything that's computer-wise, you can do front desk work, which is you wear a suit, you wear fancy clothes, your front desk, you deal with people, check them in and everything. And especially if you work a night shift, at the desk, you maybe deal with like 10 people the entire time you work there, and the rest of the time you're just kind of sitting there. So, I mean, if you want a job where you're not really doing much, then you get a front desk job at working nights. I mean, but again, if you're going to rent a place, if you're going to buy something, check a person's criminal history. Hop online, see if your county or your state has a public access court information thing, because this stuff is all public access. Some states they require you to go in person to the court and file a request and pay for it because they don't want to put it online like this because they don't make money this way. Well, it's public access, public information. By law, you can walk in and view it yourself and take pictures of it yourself because you are removing the requirement for them to make copies. Paying for copies is just the city's way of trying to nickel and dime everyone. But yeah, just run background checks on people. Check them out. Make sure that they are who they say they are. It's ridiculous that people really don't do that much, looking into things. But I mean, and watch out for fucking scammers online. Good Lord, I see so many things. Amazon hiring. Follow this link at buttsaurus.rex. And apply for Amazon. Just give us your social security number and your bank information. Are you stupid? People fall for this? I mean, good Lord. I'm pushing scammers out of the groups that I'm managing daily. 3 days ago, I was in a group managing the stuff, and there was like 25 people that requested to join the group, and it's like all of them is just India, Middle East, and they're not answering any of the questions. And when they answer the questions, they're just like, the question is, what's the main highway? What store is at this location? And they're answering with a highway and it's like you're giving a dictionary readout in English because you don't know how to translate what it's saying. So you go to their page and it's either locked or it'll be a picture of a woman and it'll be like Jean Bell McGillicuddy locked his profile. It's a picture of a chick with her nipples showing through her shirt, and it'll be like Mahid Rahan locked his profile. Man, you can't be trusting every goddamn account online, people. It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. But I digress. Stop falling for scams. Don't put money on something you haven't been able to see. Just don't. But that's my rant for the day.